Hello, my beautiful humans. This is a reading that I do every month for us on the new moon. I check in with a blessing that is coming our way. It could be something big, could be something simple, but it's something that we're truly going to love. We don't have to do anything to bring it to us. More than likely, we have already done the shit that will bring it to us if we had to do anything at all. But you got a blessing coming your way, beautiful humans. That's what this pick a card reading is about. Welcome to this channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Erica. Like I already mentioned, this is a pick a card reading. I just got 3 cards. Use them to draw you into one group or the other. I'm going to be tuning into 3 different messages, so I'm going to turn these cards over. Group 1, we have balance. Group 2, free. And group 3, pause. All right, trust your intuition toward one card or the other, one group or the other. Then head to that timestamp, fast forward. I will see you there in your blessings messages. Beautiful humans in group 1, you all were drawn to this balance card. So these are your blessing messages. A blessing is heading your way. This can happen on or around this upcoming new moon, because that's when I record and post these videos, or like within the next lunar cycle, but it'll happen when it'll happen. You're in alignment for this. Trust that it is coming to you. Your balance card, it says, may you find equilibrium in emotion. What I feel like this blessing is it has a lot to do with a very clear, very natural, very organic path opening up for you that you would naturally choose to walk down. And it's one of those times in life where I feel as if you guys, I mean, the tarot might tell me a little bit more about what you guys have been dealing with, but I feel as if you've been in some kind of a situation where you're struggling. I just heard struggling with finances, but you're trying to clue into your options. You're trying to see what is available to you, and it might have been a little bit frustrating because you couldn't see for a period of time. What's on the bottom of the deck? 10 of Pentacles, stability and attainment. Maybe that's been your primary focus, or maybe that is your primary focus at this period in time, is like, what is actually stable? What is truly stable? Where am I building toward, and why am I building it? All those kinds of existential financial questions that we can ask, like, how do I provide for myself and others? Like, what is actually a useful job for me to do in the world? Any of those kinds of things. I feel like that's kind of where we're coming from right now. For some reason, if you see on your card, there's a little paddle border, like all the way off into the distance. I feel as if what is likely to occur for you all in this blessing is something is opening up. It's going to feel very easy to walk right to it. It's going to feel like a natural choice. And it's going to feel like you have an awareness that everything is organized for you in the future there, if you just choose to walk right into it. But it does have the tone of something pure, simple, easy, like paddle boarding, like what this image even looks like. I don't know, for a few of you, I feel like this blessing might confound you because it feels so simple. It feels so easy. It almost feels as if this blessing is coming in the form of something like a job offer to do something that's kind of a simple, repetitive task, but is paid kind of well. I'm thinking of, like, I don't know this for sure, but I'm thinking of like garbage removal in cities. I hear that they're well paid. Also, like UPS drivers, I think they're well paid. Also, like dishwashers in restaurants tend to be better paid because that is a horrible job. It's giving me these vibes of like something is going to be on offer. And like with all of this concern, you know, you're stressed out, something is just going to open up, and it's going to feel so simple to do it. I don't know. I feel like your nervous system will immediately go so calm that you'll almost like react like, oh my gosh, like, am I being numb? What is this? Wow, we're thinking a lot about this, aren't we? Okay. 2 of Acorns, spot on. 2 of Wands, insight and focus. It's exactly what your blessing is. 2 of Wands is this, would you like to do that? Hold on, I have to take a drink of water. Wow, why am I so thirsty? That's interesting. I feel like your situation, you haven't been accurately or adequately responding to your needs and or your physical bodily requirements for a period of time. What this blessing is what this blessing is what is happening in my energy as I'm channeling for you all is basically Two of Wands tends to be like an option presented. Like, will you? Do you want to? It's literally like the path being fully laid out in front of you in its simplicity. And it's also corresponding with you do have a desire for this. Like an option is presented to you that's in alignment with your desire. It's beckoning you, calling you to go on this journey. You will have to leave what you are used to. I think that you are used to a lot of stress, used to a lot of concepts about finances, maybe the job world, economy, the working market that you don't truly resonate with, that don't vibe with you, but like you're thinking that you have to do them, maybe something like that. This almost feels so simple, like a simple calling. It's making me think of I think it was an Alan Watts recording where the Alan Watts, I think it's Alan Watts, but he was talking to a group of students and they were stressed about like what to do after college. And he was like, it's very simple. What do you love to do most? Whatever that is, go out and do it and see what happens from there. Yeah, that's a nice thought, but is it always that easy? We have shaman with divine wisdom and spiritual power, and another very, very similar image, isn't it? There's something about like the bird's eye view is going to be presented to you. Like I was saying, like the Two of Wands on a more like Rider-Waite kind of deck shows a person on like the ramparts of a castle, like wondering, like looking down on things. There's something about how you will be able to see like the whole course in front of you, the whole road in front of you, and how you can do what you want to do in certain kinds of ways. And it's going to be so simple, so easy, so calmly charged up. Also with the shaman here, I feel as if, again, we're dealing with something where there are the thoughts of this is how things should go. This is what we believe to be the true way to master the material world through the financial system of capitalism or socialism or any of the isms. We got something going on that's much more in alignment with you. Here we go. Your finances, King of Crystals, which in this deck, this is Pentacles, courage and commitment. It is Pentacles. I was doubting. I lose it when decks use other things that aren't like, I say this all the time, if it's not like wands or like, you know, fire, I can handle if what they call wands fire, but like when they use acorns, I'm like, what the fuck is an acorn? I'm fine. It's fine. We can do this. King of Pentacles is where you're going to. It'll almost feel, this paddle border, it'll feel a little bit like you're on vacation, or there's something about what it is that you will be doing if you so choose this path that you actually really do desire and is opening up for you will feel so simple, like paddle boarding. It does require some skill, but you know, it'll still feel pretty simple. We also have the Knight of Crystals, endurance and determination. And we also have justice, truth and clarity, and Queen of Cups or shells, peace and compassion. This is twice now where the concept of balance is coming out in your reading. With the Justice card, I feel as if there's something that wasn't quite in balance for you, for how to go about mastering something like your finances or the financial world or the material world in certain kinds of ways. This blessing is the open path for you to see your way to. It might take some time, Knight of Pentacles. I think you're very willing to, you know, go the distance, take the time that it'll take to build something up. But what I feel like is that something about the path that will be presented to you, it has an option that it's keeping in mind what would be compassionate towards you, what would be healthy for you, especially in your material world finances as they are aligned with your relationships in your life, how you feel. It's giving me the vibes of something is going to open up for you. Like if you are a parent, or if you have a particular neurodivergence. With this Queen of Shells here, and the Justice energy, It feels as if something is opening up for you to where that particular job or that particular task you can do for money is so openly aware that humans need work-life balance, that your time, your energy has to coincide with a particular kind of schedule. It's giving empathy and compassion kinds of awareness, kinds of vibes, not having the expectation for you to abandon your life as a parent so that you can be a good worker or a good employee. Let's see a little bit more about this. We have meditation brings answers. And again, there is this huge, like, soothing, calm kind of energy to your reading. If you believe, a year from now, and helpful people. Okay, now we're getting a little bit more clarity on what is likely to be a timeline for you. I think that there's something about, again, that meditation brings answers and the card you were drawn to, about how simple this will look to you, how easy it is, like it will appeal to you in that kind of way. Maybe you guys are like very much so a highly skilled worker kind of a person. You have degrees and or certifications. What I think is opening up for you is kind of a simple job. Like a simple work to do that isn't necessarily through your degrees or something like that. But this, if you believe, with the shaman energy, it does hit home with kind of more of who you are, the compassion and embrace of the kind of schedule that you require, and as well as a timeline with a year from now, a timeline with that Knight of Pentacles, where you see how you can achieve certain standards, certain goals, certain provisions for you and for others in the material world that you are striving toward, that you are requiring. This is something like you guys are getting a handle on your finances in the kind of a way of like you need a 9 to 5 or something stable to build up what is your side hustle, what is your passion pursuit. You're finding something there. It's literally a blessing. This is a blessing reading. It's opening up for you completely. It's very simple, very easy. And like within a year from now, through these helpful people, let's call them, you'll be working for or working with or aligning with, you'll be able to do what you know you want to do. It's like you're setting up stability for the future in this timeline here in this blessing reading. Okay. We also have love with the rose, and ooh, okay, kind of wants to go here. Rosemary with ancient memory. I'm gonna put that right there. And then we have Bobinsana with trust. These cards want to say something, and I need one more card. Give me a second. They're speaking from the voice of the feminine really loudly right now. And then we have Goto Kola with higher consciousness. And then the last of these cards is Lavender with Weaver. This blessing is coming in the form of the embrace of compassionate people who are heightening awareness in certain kinds of ways of what it takes to create what it is that you're doing. Does that make sense? These cards are kind of saying like this opportunity is going to be offered in the embrace of, probably helpful people who are like employers or something like that, who are very consciously aware of, I just heard happy wife, happy life, which is just such an old statement, isn't it? But I like very well aware of like if my employees, the people who I'm working with, if they're doing well, then the business will run smoother. There is trust involved. It's the Weaver and trust. It feels like you're going to enter into something. If you choose it, it's so in alignment with you. Here you go, your blessing, perfect job kind of idea. The core nature, the core fabric of the energy of this job and the blessing of the people who you will be working with, the very fabric that combines the whole system, has a lot to do with trust. Like we choose, have you ever, I know us all have worked for systems, corporations, whatever, that thrive a whole lot on fear kinds of dynamics, hypervigilance, super competitive kinds of things. What you're walking into is like a system that doesn't operate like that at all. It operates with co-constructive, like a woven fabric of trust. Like you can be so much more independent because you are trusted and they prefer to trust you. And if you are a trustworthy person, then the whole system works, kind of a thing. This rosemary thing, I need to take a sip of coffee. Why am I so fucking thirsty in your reading? I think that you guys have been not doing well for your body for a long period of time in certain kinds of ways when it comes to the compassion that it takes to be a healthy person while also doing what you need to do to like earn a living. Like something about how you haven't been giving yourselves the necessary requirements of enough fluids during the day or enough rest at night. This rosemary is saying something about that. Like, remember who you are. Remember that you are worthy of something that is this like compassionate, whole, easy, a simple walk, a simple embrace from the environment surrounding you, a simple job to do that pays you well and that sets you on a course of action and a timeline that embraces your health, your overall spirit, your overall well-being. Okay, your next two cards we have the Light Weaver. We have Weaver coming out again. There's something about how this opportunity is coming from a place. They might not fully seem like it. Like, you know, on the surface, it might be literally something like, I have no clue, like truck driver, they get paid a lot. Like you're getting your CDL license, something like that. I don't know. But it's something like you wouldn't expect it to be a place that feels so good for you, that works so well with you, kind of a thing. Become a part of the fabric, the conduit. Can I say something kind of like deeply spiritual? Of course I can. I'm in charge. Okay, you all, I think that this blessing is coming in the form of like, you know, let's all call it like it is, the rise of the divine feminine. She's speaking through a voice right now in infinite forms, and it's coming through from somewhere that you wouldn't expect, that you can walk right into, that's making the world a more compassionate place, that's bringing light into the fabric, that's making things charged up differently for us all. Your blessing is intense in that kind of a way of like, do feel that, do realize that, do take part in it. The blessing is an option, by the way. You don't have to do this. Your blessing is just like, this would be perfect for you. Here, it's right there. With your free will, do you want to choose what would be perfect for you? It's one of those kinds of things. Group 1, your last card. Okay. Your last card says, am I on the right path to where I want to go? You're receiving a blessing in terms of a course correct and a redirect because it is so much more in alignment for you with who you are. Here comes that voice of the nurturer, the carer, the one who has empathy, compassion, trust, emotions involved, love, higher consciousness. Here we go. Yeah, the path is your blessing. Here's the question, are you on the right path to where you want to go? I think it'll be an easy answer if you fulfillingly see it and if you make that kind of a choice. But okay, group 1, that's what we have for you. How do you feel about all this? You can always let us know in the comments, otherwise like and subscribe. We're coming up on the next group tarot. It's something that I do every month. I host it over Zoom on the last Saturday of any given month. If you are a reader of tarot at any level, or if you prefer to use any other kind of divination tool, including something like channeling, if you use astrology, pendulums, tea leaves, oracle cards only, whatever it is for you guys, and even if you're like total newbie and you're like, I feel insecure, we're a safe space. You can sign up and basically we show up and we go for hours. You don't have to stay there for hours. We just, we go hard. We rock out with tarot, and it's a place for reading tarot together. You show up with your decks, your stuff, and what you want to receive a reading on. Other people do the exact same, and then we go person to person and we all read for you, and then you have the opportunity to read for other people for as long as you want to stay in the Zoom call. That's what we do. If you want to sign up, head to the link. I'm sending you on your way. Please remember, we are all free and we are also all connected always at the exact same time. I love you. Hey, beautiful humans. In group 2, you all were drawn to this card that says free. So these are your messages about this blessing that is happening for you. It's coming your way. You're in alignment with it. You don't have to do anything for it. It's probably happening with this upcoming new moon, because I do these readings with the new moon, or, give it one lunar cycle. That's when it's likely to occur. But your card, it says, may your soul sing freely. And I was immediately pushed into the thought of like, oh, isn't it cool to be around those people who we completely feel comfortable around? Like, if you're nervous to sing around other people and you have like 2 people in your life who you're totally comfortable singing around them. What I feel like your blessing is going to be, group 2, is having an exchange with a person where every single part of you is going to feel like you are totally safe, like totally held well. Nothing has to be on guard. Similar to, like I can sing around this person. And there's something that you're gonna like know in the moment, more than likely, that this is occurring for you. The Magician is on the bottom of the deck, willpower and creation. Are you striving for this to somehow occur? It's interesting, group 2. I feel like you're like working hard to almost force yourself to feel comfortable around others right now. Like maybe you're working on healing from trauma and you don't want to be so like introverted or hermited anymore. Or maybe like you're really striving toward like, maybe you've moved to a new place and you're like, I want to meet people or something like that. That just happened to me the other day in a park. A woman, we saved a caterpillar. It's a long story. It's not a long story, it's just kind of boring. But she had just moved here and she was like talking to a stranger, kind of a thing. But regardless, there's something in the energy that you'll feel when this occurs. Let's get more information about this. That I feel as if that you're gonna be like, wow, I was actually trying to manifest this. I was actually striving to be able to achieve this level of feeling like I can embrace who I am more, like with other people, kind of a thing. Okay, we've got 4 of feathers, which is 4 of swords, sanctuary and rest. I think I don't know if I said it fully, but your nervous system, like everything feeling like it can be at peace. There's no charge up of any energy of like self-awareness in the form of like, oh, I need to protect myself, like hypervigilance mode. We also have justice with truth and clarity. I don't know. I think that the energy outside of you, let's call it that, is going to have this kind of balancing tone to them, like yin and yang, like kind of a thing, like a femininely balanced masculine kind of a thing, or a masculinely balanced feminine, whatever it is. I think that this energy outside of you will just have that. Oh, I think it'll feel, there we go, 6 of cups, 6 of shells with sentiment and joy. Something about how, like, the singing example, like when I was little, I would only sing in front of my family. And 6 of cups is like, the family energy, like the familiar, like you're used to these people kind of a thing, like nostalgia kind of a thing. Like singing in front of literally anybody else used to scare the shit out of me. Again, we're going to this, like it's going to feel so soothed, so calm, so like aware in your nervous system of like, oh, I can like literally, legitimately do that thing of I can actually make myself at home right now in this moment. I did air quotes for make myself at home because they're like metaphorically speaking. You might be hosted by a person. You might go to their house and realize like, dude, they are really that kind of a person where I can like get up. If I'm thirsty, I can get up and like get a cup and get myself some water, and like that act in another person's home will feel easy for you, like safe, like you're not intruding or you're not doing it the wrong way, kind of a thing. Like, no, not that cup. Like kind of a thing. I save those cups for specific purposes. Like, I don't know, the whole thing will feel easy. And then we also have 9 of crystals, 9 of pentacles with security and abundance. And that's what I feel like you've been striving toward manifesting. That is so prominent in this experience of your allowance of your own confidence, your self-worth, your self-love, your self-power, your wholeness being there. It's also making me think of those times in my life where I literally, my whole entire physicality, I didn't have any kind of nervous tics of body image issues. You know how we all have those kinds of things, like we'll adjust our clothing, whether like when we stand up or something like that, we'll adjust our clothing so that like certain parts of our fat rolls or the way it lies on us like doesn't look wrong, or like when we sit down we do that or something like that. The Nine of Pentacles is making me feel like you'll have an experience where you're like, oh my God, every single part of my body is fine. I don't know, maybe there's like a laughing kind of physicality, like rolling around on the floor and being silly kind of a thing to this, where like every single part of the way you physically move is like completely safe and fine. And then your last two cards, we have King of Crystals with courage and commitment, King of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Cups, Ace of Shells, happiness and abundance. It is these last two cards. I mean, if we could summarize the energy of what you are going to experience, the blessing that you will be encapsulated by, let's call it, that you can genuinely sing freely in, you can feel free, is a physical situation, possibly a physical environment in a physical location that you can be completely well held by in this energy of happiness and abundance. Dude, soak it the fuck up, group 2. How nice is that? How good does that feel? Oh, okay, you don't know yet. When it happens, soak it up. This is damn blessing, isn't it? Like in our world of insecurities, this is pretty monumental, isn't it? Okay, I'm getting some more cards for you, but yeah, it's like Ace of Cups, like overflow of like self-love, self-worth, like coming from, I don't know, it feels like the King of Cups. Nope, sorry, King of Pentacles. It feels as if you're walking into the energetic zone in the material world of another energy outside you, probably a person, who is capable of like sharing in this kind of a form in the physical world to such an extent that you can like kind of walk into their tone. Does that make sense? It's almost like they have like a home or a house or even a room where, or even like a coffee shop, and you walk up to their table and you instantly feel it. They're capable of holding this kind of self-awareness, self-value, and like, you know, beaming it out to such an extent in their energy tone that it creates that like volume of awareness surrounding them, that everybody can do that as well. Shit, helpful people. Sorry, now I'm shouting. This is such a nice blessing. I really like this blessing. Helpful people and trust. That's what your blessing is. I felt like it was a person that you're going to experience this with, but let's just allow that it might be several people. It might be an environment. It might be, you know, like a party that you go to or a friend exchange, whatever it is. There's this trust energy to it. There's a balance. There's a freeness in this like environment with others. We also have a year from now, and we have in the near future. I'm going to say something a little bit mysterious with these cards. I think that this energy, again, we're going back to referencing the Magician on the bottom of the deck for you all. You're striving toward manifesting this, similar to that kind of a tone of you've moved to a new place and you want to meet people and make friends. So in the near future is when this is likely to occur. Allow that this very thing will grow over the course of the next year. Allow that these kinds of situations, these kinds of environments that you find yourselves in that are held with this level of energy, of freedom, and all those things that we're describing will continue to grow over the course of the next year. Huzzah! How nice. You know, I'm channeling the word halal. What does that mean? Is that Arabic? Persian? No, wait, Farsi? I don't know. Halal? H-A-L-A? Is that a word? I don't even know if that's a word. Leaving it there. Somebody tell me. Okay, your next cards. We have Shasandra with Grace. This is very temperance-y energy, isn't it? This is very calm, soothing, smooth, and it is the challenge of being like graceful while being our awkward truth of who we are. Isn't that really, really wonderful? Like the grace that happens when we are true to who we are, Echinacea with destiny. I'm going to put that right over here with this timeline that we're calling out here with the in the near future and then a year from now. Destiny. Again, that magician card on the bottom of the deck. You're striving toward manifesting this. You want quality community. You want this. You want these experiences. Shall we now fulfill your destiny? I do think it's interesting that both of these have Jupiter, the symbol for Jupiter on them. I think that's probably very significant. You're walking right into a blessing that's fulfilling some kind of tone of abundance values for you in your life right now. And we also have psilocybin with commune. Look at that! We're a bunch of little mushroom people dancing in the forest, free to move our bodies and sing together. There we go. I just did it for you. Do it some more with these people, okay? At this event, in this environment. And then we have Palo Santo with Guardian. That is a large part of the energy of this blessing is the who, the energy outside of you. Whoever they will be, whatever this is, they are capable of creating this very no negative. I said that in a weird way. No negative kind of clear, safe space. I kept wanting to say safe space, but it didn't feel like that. Because usually when any of us reference safe space, we're talking about that, don't hurt me. I need a safe space to process how I feel. I've been through trauma kind of a thing, which might suit your situation, but this feels like safe space, to kind of be free. Again, your card, to be free. The safe space to just have fun. It's making me think of, for a year, I think it was only 1 year, I did, it was therapy. It was therapeutic. I joined classes for, why can't I think of it? Improv classes. I took 2 classes and then I also joined the group that got together once a week and they just did improv together for themselves. And it was a really large group. I was in a big city at the time. And then I also did 1 performance on stage, which was nerve-wracking, but that was the graduation from the class is the new class has to do a performance on stage. There's something about how the very nature of the people who set up that improv group, that improv theater, who ran it all, they were the guardians to clear the space of negativity and to create what was, for me at that point in time, severe amounts of positive therapy. I was very locked up. It just made me open, Oh my God, this is fun. Okay, and then your next 2 cards, we have this came out for group 1, the Light Weaver. And it had a similar tone in group 1. There's something to this whole energy of the fabric of what you are walking into with this blessing. It's woven fabric of light, and it's held together with these strings that are compassionately, created through the charge up of other people. And then we have the Goddess. I'm turning to the book. I am told to turn to the book. Hold on. There must be something in the book about the Goddess thing. Where is it? Don't go anywhere. Stop. Don't leave. The Goddess. There we go. Joy of receiving, pleasure of giving. This is the kind of safe space thing. Be sure to receive abundance gracefully. There's that grace word again. And readily. Turning down prosperity that is offered to you by others or feeling guilty for what you receive not only hurts you, but it robs others of the joy of giving. This card asks you to remember that just as you delight in giving to others, others delight in giving to you. This is literally giving me the vibes of the very example that I just offered to you, where the graduation from the, I almost said tarot classes. I haven't taken those. I do tarot with reckless abandon. Nobody trained me. The improv classes was to give to an audience. And then we joined the group. I joined the group where I wasn't doing any more courses. We would just meet once a week and just do improv games together. It's that kind of a vibe of there's also this awareness of, yes, please do receive this blessing, while also this blessing carries with it the charge up of there will be the opportunity for you to climb up into the grace of being able to give as equally as you receive. This is fun. I like this. I want to claim it myself. Okay, your last card, group 2. Am I achieving the goals? Am I achieving the goals that I've set for myself? And once again, I'm going to turn over the deck and show you. Bottom of the deck was the Magician. Fuck yeah, you are. Hell yeah, you are. Look at what they look like. Look at what they look like for you. Isn't this fun? Isn't this nice? Oh, I love it. You put me in very good memories with this reading, so thank you. But okay, that's what we have for you, group 2. This is your blessing that's coming your way. You can let us know how you feel about it in the comments, of course, and then always like and subscribe because it's YouTube if you want to do that kind of stuff. I want to mention the tarot group that I host. I host it once a month. It's coming up soon. It's on the last Saturday of every month. I hold safe space, but it's much more, I mean, like, we have fun there, but it's much more of the tone of like, let's dig in and read for each other. So I mean, like, it tends to be a little bit more like that kind of, we're healing from trauma and we love each other kind of stuff. Not necessarily this fun stuff, but you know, it is what it is. If you guys want to attend, what we do is we meet together over Zoom, and we read for each other. So you can be a reader of tarot if you want to. Literally total new beginner, totally welcome. Tarot, you don't have to read tarot. It's just a place for people who like to use any of their capacity or abilities to read for other people in any kind of ways. If you only read oracle, if you do pendulum, if you do astrology, if you just use your channeling abilities and capacity, whatever it is, bibliomancy, anything. Tea leaves. Show up with that and whatever you would like to receive a reading on, because several people will read for you and you can have the opportunity to practice your skills and feel very rewarded to give, you know, toward other people by reading for other people. That's what we do there. It is a space of belonging. There are a lot of tarot friends there. We do a little bit of tarot therapy, that kind of stuff. If that sounds like your vibe, head to link to find out some more. Sign up for the next one. I'd love to see you there. But otherwise, you know, have fucking fun. This is great, okay? I'm sending you on your way. Please remember that we are all free and we are also all connected always. At the exact same time, I love you. Beautiful humans in group 3, you all were drawn to this pause card. So these are your messages about a blessing that is coming your way. It's happening for you. It is likely to occur with this upcoming new moon, or, you know, give it some time for the next lunar cycle. It'll probably happen before the next upcoming new moon from where we are. Just in general, it's coming. You don't have to worry about it. It's a blessing. But your card, it says, may moments of calm sustain you. And I feel as if what is likely to occur with this blessing is either the opportunity to travel in a gentle kind of a way, to do something recreational that genuinely will give you the moment of calm that sustains you, revitalizes you, feels like it's genuinely contributing to your overall health and well-being. Or for quite a few of you, there is a charge up of, I'm hearing these words, there's a member of your community or the community that you would like to spend some quality time with. They're going to be coming to you, and this blessing is about the availability of following through on that in terms of making a similar amount of time and space, like physical held space, for that to be able to occur, similar to taking time off from our busy schedules and taking a restorative holiday, a restorative trip, you know, one that does like bring balance together and stuff like that. Justice is on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you need this blessing. You need this blessing to restore certain parts of you, to bring all of your like chakras flowing clearly, and to bring everything all your systems, you know, into balance so that you are running smoothly. It does say truth and clarity. And again, it feels like there's a person who you would like to like do some quality time. I'm hearing unusual talks, getting to know a person, unusual conversations, and being able to create a scenario to make that occur. It's making me think of legitimately why golf is such a good activity for creating business relationships. You know, this is like your blessing is you're going to be invited to something like, you know, golf with the clients or something like that. Let's do a little bit more about this. We have the Ace of Feathers, the Ace of Swords, with mental clarity and foundation. I think this blessing is going to come in the form of something communicative, something like an awareness that'll pop up on your news feed, or something like an alert like the price on airfare has gone down, something like that. I think it's going to be like a gentle, like I'm hearing and I'm seeing just like a gentle ping on your phone that you have like an alert, and it's like one simple text message. Like that kind of a thing is how it's going to show up. I don't know. I just literally see the visual of like a phone that's like clear of notifications, and then you get a ping and this one simple notification, like a 2-line text shows up. And that's how you become aware of like, oh, I can do this. Then we have the 5 of crystals, or the 5 of pentacles, with persistence and new possibilities. I think that this, hold on, I have to clear my throat. Now I have to drink some water. What is this? I think it wasn't possible before. I think that whatever this is could not have specifically only come through you and your persistent efforts. I think you're dealing with time and how things need to evolve, not necessarily always through you, so you can't control everything. I'm an Aries, so I always want to try to do everything myself and literally take the initiative everywhere and anything. It's exhausting to realize that alignment must occur. I can't control other people or everything all the time, kind of a thing. I think you needed this to happen, like with you or for you, in order for you to be able to follow through on it. And we also have the Knight of Shells, or the Knight of Cups, with charm and passion. Again, there's something about charming you, a swelling up of passion and pride involved in whatever this is that is likely to occur. With you, through you, for you. This might be something like taking a trip to get to know a love like thing. A love person. A romantic interest better. A love thing. Okay, your last 3 of the tarot cards. We have 4 of Feathers with Sanctuary and Rest. 4 of Swords. Pause. May moments of calm sustain you. It's like creating that kind of bubble of simple actions in an easy environment to make a whole lot occur. Well, let's see a little bit more. We have 3 of Feathers with release and recovery. And then we have 9 of Pentacles, 9 of crystals, security and abundance. What this will likely do for you is clear the air, clear your chakras. Again, I'm mentioning that. Maybe you'll do quite a bit of meditation or yoga practice where you are headed to, or maybe you will just simply be able to charge yourselves up with the battery power and energy that nature can provide for us very significantly. Maybe you'll have an acute awareness of how just simply having done this for yourself, or doing this together with that love thing, that creates healing. 3 of Feathers, 3 of Swords, that creates that release of harm and hurt, clarity, peace, and the recovery. And then I think after whatever this blessing will be, after you experience it, after you complete the 18 holes on the golf course, kind of a thing, you'll be feeling very whole. 9 of Pentacles. Like you'll be feeling healthful, like whole again. You'll be feeling much more of yourself, very much healthy, very much personally recharged. And I also heard personally committed to the future. Okay, I'm getting more cards, and you got one extra card that wanted to come out that says ask your angels. And again, I feel as if you guys might have had to deal with a pause. 5 of Pentacles, I had to clear my throat and get some water, which I rarely need to do in these readings. You all might have had to realize, like I just said, like you can't force this, you can't make it occur. It will have to come from something outside of you. If it manifests kind of idea. We have within the next few months, and then we also have the situation will improve. How pretty is this card? I don't know why I'm so drawn to it. I think it's wonderful and lovely, but I think that what is likely to occur with this blessing is that moment where you the moment of the I'm hearing the words integration of your approach to it, then something like that ping on your phone will occur, and that's the charge up of the blessing, probably your commitment to following through with this, like scheduling the meeting, scheduling the call, creating the space in your schedule to take the trip, to build the moment with this other person. I think that that's what this blessing is. But what these two cards are saying is when you actually do the 18 holes, 18, oh my God, golf. When you do the golf, when you walk on the beach and communicate with this person, when you go to your yoga retreat and recharge, that will probably be within the next few months. The blessing is the reality that the world around you somehow, this other person or energy outside of you, is in support of you being able to do something like this for you. We also have recovery. Oh my God, yes, exactly what we're talking about here. The word recovery is stated twice. We have it here with the 3 of feathers. This is heart healing, like heart activation, heart mode kind of energy. Ooh, look at this card. The heart is very lit up here, isn't it? I kept saying something like chakra rebalancing. This is heart recovery, and it is, like I said, I mean, like the business world. I've learned a lot about golf in the past couple of years. I just watched Happy Gilmore too. Like the business world is like a place that's devoid of heart, isn't it? In a lot of ways, not always. A lot. Yeah, golf is a way to form relationships and bonds. Yeah, there's something that will be occurring for you guys that are like that. And then it's up to you. Look at that, holding the heart kind of a thing. The blessing, again, this card is repeating that the blessing comes in the form of, like, you paused, you waited, you had to ask your angels, I'm sending a prayer, I'm sending a wish into the universe. It would be nice if this could occur, if I could take a break, to heal and to feel refreshed. You ask, and then the blessing is, the situation improving. And then, I'm getting more cards than I had to listen. Yeah, and then once that all is arranged, then it will be up to you within the next few months to follow through on like doing the golf, taking the walk, doing the yoga retreat, taking the time off. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, your next cards, we have Dragon's Blood with Anima Mundi. And then we also have Ashwagandha with Purpose. This feels intense and huge now. I have to look in the book for Anima Mundi and the Dragon's Blood. It feels very significant, and I always forget. It's one of those things where certain things, I've read this card so many times from the book, and I always forget it. Do you guys have something like that happen? Where there's just like one thing that just won't go in no matter what? Okay. Look, the upright meaning of this card is oneness, merging with the divine, access to the world soul, occult knowledge, initiation, universal donor, entry into the great void. There's something with this whole thing of like, you have an intention here. Like this blessing kind of has to occur, but you couldn't, 5 of Pentacles, you couldn't force it to happen. You couldn't consistently approach making it happen. It probably involves other individuals. And so then you had to open yourself up. You had to open yourself up to receiving this blessing. That's hard. I don't know. The world is very control based. It's very fear driven, and so then we try to control everything. We have Valerian with acceptance. You did do that. You did allow that you couldn't force this to happen. You couldn't make it have to occur. Like kind of no matter what you were doing, you couldn't make it have to occur. And then your last of these cards, again, I'm having to clear my throat. It's like, I can't even make your tarot reading occur. It's not the time, like kind of a thing. Like wait for your angels, wait for it to align. We have cordyceps with revival. I'm allowing that is such a similar thing to the recovery energy. Let's get you back on track. Let's bring you back to wholeness in certain kinds of ways in the exact tone that you do need. There's a lot of feather energy in these two cards. This It's Up to You card and the 9 of Pentacles with this cordyceps volume to it is making me feel as if you all, after the whole entire thing occurs, your whole experience, the blessing feels like, the initiation of it, which had to come from outside of you for some reason. after the whole entire thing occurs, there's this energy of it's up to you, all this feather shit, bald eagle America kind of vibes and energy, like America as like a archetype kind of a thing. The 9 of Pentacles, you'll be feeling at full volume again. Like, I don't know where you sit right now. It's very 5 of Pentacles. You can't make something occur. And so then it's like, yeah, once this actually does occur, then it's like full volume you. Let's see what you can do. Let's see how you can, you know, approach life when you're feeling totally recovered, totally revived, you know? Okay, your next 2 cards, we have the Catalyst. Yep, you're waiting on that. Like, it cannot be you. I think you tried many things. Like, the 5 of Pentacles in this deck is persistence and new possibilities. You're like, well, I'm not stopping. Maybe that's why the Ashwagandha card came out with purpose. Sometimes we're so imbued with something like that we can't possibly stop it. You know, even when it is like a commitment to another person, there's no way we can stop that commitment. Even if it is like everybody's telling us like, don't do it. Like, there's something inside of us that's just like compelling us to continue, you know, kind of a thing. You're purpose aligned with something right now. You even have an awareness of that. And here we go. This blessing is coming in the form of the catalyst that had to occur from outside of you. And then we have the Seer. Okay, I have to look at the book. I did this in group 2 as well. They had a card. I think it was the Goddess card. I have to look at the book for this. There's something in it, the Seer. Anything can happen at any time. Open yourself up to the possibility in each moment. Wasn't there? Oh, 5 of Pentacles, new possibilities. The possibility, you have to be able to be open for it, you know? Rather than focusing on what your financial reality currently is, or treading the waters of fear around your finances. Fear, and I have to control everything. Turn your focus to the potential for abundant change in each moment. Allow yourself to get excited by what might come next. Give yourself permission to be surprised by life and the flow of abundance. The money you desire is closer than you think. Okay, I'm done! I'm so glad we looked at the book for that one. That's fun. Oh, that was nice. That's fun. Yeah, so, I mean, like, you know, this stuff is coming to you. Be open. You're getting a tarot reading that is your seer kind of energy. Like, this blessing is coming to you. Let me get your last card, group 3. Which people give me energy? Which people take it away? There's something interesting coming through. Give me a moment. This is a little, like, curveball that's being thrown in at the last minute of your reading. I weirdly said, let me get you your last card. And it stood out so strongly in my mind because personally, on a personal level, from what I've gone through very traumatically with relationships, a while ago, years ago, I noticed that with a particular person, I was always saying that. I was always saying, let me do this. Let me do the dishes, and then I'll do this. Let me. And then that person was always saying, like offhand, we weren't even noticing it. That person was always saying, I'll let you. I'll let you. It's a really fucked up thing. And I stopped, when I noticed that, when I like my conscious awareness was like ignited, like light bulb moment. I was like, Ace of feathers. It was Ace of Swords, you know? I was like, holy shit, we're doing this all the time. That's a power imbalance there. Don't know why this is coming out for you guys. You did have Justice on the bottom of the deck. You do need this kind of balance to occur, and you can't force it to happen. I think you need somebody, somewhere, something to treat you fairly, and it just wasn't or it isn't, and that's damaging to you. It's been creating that chakra blockages and an imbalance in your physical system or something like that. This is a weird thing. So your last card, which people give me energy, which people take it away. Your blessing is coming in the form of, let's say a person, but you know, energy outside of you giving you energy. And that's why it's showing up in a blessing. That exchange of words, I literally called myself out. I did a lot of word magic for a period of time. Like I stopped myself from using the word should or even receiving it from other people because that's a controlling word. This is another one. The let me thing. That one's really hitting deep. That one's a traumatizing one, so I don't like ever use it. The fact that I just channeled it is very significant. Hopefully you guys can relate, and that was worth it to share something so vulnerable and that hit so deep for me. You guys, I'm done. We're done. Your guides are through with me for you guys, for your reading. How do you feel about all this? Did we get there for you guys? Somebody, something, somewhere is about to give you energy, provide it for you, not take it away from you. How does that feel? Okay. Let us know in the comments if you want to. Like and subscribe because it's YouTube. And I also want to bring your awareness to the link in the description of this video that is for the next group tarot gathering, like tarot friends, tarot time kind of thing. I host once a month on the last Saturday of every month a tarot group. We meet together over Zoom and we read for each other. You do not have to read tarot. It's open to any kind of divination. If you just want to read in whatever your style is, however it is that you do it for other people, and you want to receive a reading from other people, show up to the group. It's $11. I keep it cheap. But show up with your decks or whatever it is that you use, your intuition, and something that you would like to receive a reading on, because we will all read for you, and then you will have the option and the opportunity to use your skills reading for other people. It's like totally safe space, tarot friends, tarot time, tarot therapy. If that sounds like something you want to do, head to the link, sign up for the next one. I'm sending you on your way. Please remember that we are all free, and we are also all connected always at the exact same time. I love you. Hi pretty people, you guys are here at this point in the video because you want to know what decks I used. So here they are, and I'm showing them to you in the order that I used them in. I'm bringing them out on the table in that order. And then this beautiful oracle deck, and this last one is reflection card set. It looks like this, and it's by these people who they do an Amazon store. But okay, I love you guys, bye.